Call meeting to order, do pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Everybody got a copy of the meeting minutes? Can I get a motion to approve them?
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Ivan, it's yours.
Okay, the first one is, well, hold on. You here for any particular reason, any subdivisions or not, or?
I am. David Irene Williams. David Irene Williams.
Okay, we go out of order then. We need a motion.
Have a motion to go out of order to do which one first?
The Williams
Williams?
Boney and Donna Franklin. Okay, I'll make the motion.
I second that.
Okay, motion, all in favor? Aye, opposed? All right, motion carries.
Okay. This one's the new one. Franklin Township, portions of it, on block 2A of the Jim Stewart. It's David R. and Irene Williams, Duran R. and Wendy Williams, Aldo J. and Tyra Boney and Derek Williams. The preliminary final, Franklin Township, Jim Thorpe Borough. It's located at 285, 465, 635, and 77 Tanner's Drive, Franklin Township. The zoning classification is A, agricultural, Franklin Township, and R2, medium density residential, Jim Thorpe. The average acreage is 88.9720 acres, and basically way back. All they did was have 4 lots and the remainder. Now what they're doing is David and Irene Williams are taking the whole tract on this and giving each of the lots, so 3A, 2A, 4A, and 1A. They're giving the remaining land, that's it. Basically, a lot line revision. We're gonna meet Duran down there that they, for existing residential brush and wood covered land tracts, moderate to severe slope conditions throughout. On-site investigation revealed existing structures in all proposed lots. No site inspection on the portion of lot 2A located in Jim Thorpe was conducted due to steep slopes, sloping conditions, and accessibility issues. And no barriers for plan approval were noted. There's no development taking place in Jim Thorpe Borough. And basically everything's in Franklin Township. The plan is submitted conforms with final plan requirements of the Franklin Township Land Development Ordinance and zoning ordinance. And sheet 1 of 3, this does not conform to the 1 equals 100 foot against the requirement saldo. It's shown as 250 feet, but the applicant is requesting a waiver from the saldo requirement. And the Carbon County Planning Commission has no issue with the approval of this waiver request, and the waiver request, including date of approval, should be shown on the plan. Section 703 should be revised to correct the new saldo area. Although section 519 requires a designated recreation area offered for dedication. The Franklin Township for subdivision land development plan, there's a $500 fee required for each lot. The owner certification should be signed and notarized in the record plan. That's not a plan requirement right now. And all plan review recommendations of Franklin Township engineer should be adhered to. And I would recommend final plan approval.
Any discussion? And I have a motion for final plan approval.
I make that
So-
motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
There you go. You're welcome. Pushing the community goals. The next one, we had this last month. It basically was between, Free Land Company, Pagnotti Enterprises, and Daniel Lido, the owner of his, up at Banks Township. So basically, I guess, Mr. Lido didn't want his property combined with all the other parcels. D, E, A, D, E, and F and G. And basically, all that was done is the total acres was revised. We follow the plan requirements of the Banks Township Land Development Ordinances, and I would recommend approval. And you're saying they're not gonna do this now? No, that's their problem. Huh?
We'll talk about it after. All right, any discussion? We have a motion for plan approval.
So. I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Next one is the simple lot line revision, Adam and Yelena Zolotarski, 10 Forest Township. It's located on Bishop Circle, lots 1314 and 1316 Tall Mystic Trails. It's zoned R2 low density residential. It's a 0.702 acre tract. They're combining those lots. There's on-lot water and sewer proposed. Existing brush and wood covered land tracts, slight to moderate sloping distance routes. On-site investigation revealed no visible barriers toward development or plan approval. The plan, as it's submitted, does not conform to minor plan requirements. For section 21016 plans exempted from standard procedure of the Penn Forest Township subdivision land development ordinance. And the requirements of chapter 240 of the Penn Forest Township zoning ordinance. The minimum lot size requirement in the R2 low density district is 2 acres, which is 87,120 square feet. And the total combined lot is 0.702 acres, which is 61,200 square feet. The total area does not conform to the minimum lot size requirements, zoning section 240. Attachment, dimensional requirements in each district and site capacity table for an R2 low density residential district. And however, the proposed lot consolidation improves an existing non-conforming. There's no way they're gonna get more acres to make that lot bigger. Plan is submitted, does not conform to the drawing scales. And the applicant is requesting a waiver. It was requested and was granted a waiver by Penn Forest Township from SOLO requirement 331 requirements. And plan should be revised to the correct section of the Penn Forest Township SOLO with the new date of the waiver approved on the plan is 2/16. I think it's 31. The proposed location of the well, subsurface disposal field and all alternate field percolation test holes and soils probes not shown. Again, we have the significant natural features of any trees greater than 8 inches in caliber. Again, the applicant was requested and was granted a waiver by Penn Forest Township from SOLO section 33.31. And the plan should be revised to the correct section of the Penn Forest Township SOLO with the new date of the waiver approval shown on the plan. Proposed grading not shown. And I pointed out the applicants to request a waiver from the SOLO requirement and believe you would have no issue with a waiver request. Documentation of the sewage enforcement officer that the combined lot has been approved for on-lot sewage. It should be noted in the plan. Original signature should be placed directly in the plan. All review recommendations of Penn Forest Township engineer should be complied with, and I would recommend conditional plan approval.
Any discussion? A motion for conditional plan approval?
I'll make that way. I'll second it.
All right, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
I'm gonna get into the good ones. Joe Bennett, preliminary final, Knight Borough. He wants to consolidate a lot so that he could put on a garage for the ambulances and things like that down in the Knight Borough. However, he went down and he cleared the whole lot, started moving dirt, trying to construct the garage. And he wants to combine all these lots. However, these areas in yellow are paper streets, which were not properly vacated, legally vacated by the Borough of Lehigh. Therefore, he cannot just take them over, even though he may own either side of these or half of that. They have to be legally vacated before he can take over. And I've been working with Jim Nanovic, the attorney. It's an existing vacant Russian wood covered land tract, a moderate sloping distance around. On-site investigation revealed recent tree clearing and earth disturbances. This paved drive is shown on this lot that goes all the way down to the back of near the auto zone. There's nothing but mud and there's wetland areas, and down the bottom, there's all kind of construction debris. I think I saw one refrigerator and a range, and you can't even get through. See, the plan as submitted does not comply with the definition of a lot combination as set forth in Article 2. Definitions of Lehigh Borough Sawlow that states lot combination. It's a consolidation of contiguous lots of record, which are shown on a map on file at the office of the county recorder of deeds, which do not involve the creation of any new lot lines. The plan has 0.3041 acres, 2 alleys on Penn Avenue, unopened and not legally vacated by Lehigh Borough, which are located between the tax parcels. The applicant wishes to combine and add to the total acres of proposed lot consolidation. So they're not contiguous lots. The plan is submitted does not conform to the preliminary final plan requirements of the Lehigh Borough subdivision ordinance, the zoning ordinance. The unapproved 2 alleys in Penn Avenue, which the applicant shows, that's part of lot line revision, are not legally vacated, therefore not owned by the applicant and cannot be added as part of the submission to legally vacated by the Borough of Lehigh. We will, however, provide additional review comments on this plan submission. This whole lot down here is zone C3, highway commercial, and none of it's not shown the plan, nor is the zoning data. Streams within 200 feet of the tract not shown. Over in here, there's a tributary of Honey Creek that goes down through. Names of adjoining property owners on the western and southern portion of the tract not shown. This tract over here, this lot is owned by Lehigh Borough, and down below Penn Avenue is Joe Bennett is what they own that. Location, extent of various soils types not shown. Signature block for the Planning Commission Chairman and Secretary, signature block for Council Chairman and Secretary, and a review acknowledgement block for the Carbon County Planning Commission not shown. Lot line adjustment or lot combination note not shown or completed the plan. Surveyor certification not shown in the plan, and the plan note, the property shown as plan is under subject to the Lehigh Borough zoning ordinance as amended. And lot lines to be eliminated, drawn with a broken line, labeled lot line to be eliminated, and are not shown in the plan. The owner affidavits and statements duly acknowledged for an author authorized to take acknowledgement of deeds and signed by the owners to the effect that the subdivision is shown is made with their free consent desired to report the same not shown, signed, or notarized. You need an impress seal of the notary public. The original signature should be on the plan. And I pointed out he was going to start building a garage down there. Any land development proposed for this tract must be submitted for review approval for signed off. American Legion.
Okay.
We'll need a draft deed description, and I just pointed out that review of this precludes any recommendation for approval of this lot's consolidation plan at this time as submitted for review. And as we pointed out in the plan review note, the Carbon County Planning Commission believes the unapproved 2 alleys And Penn Avenue, which the applicant shows as part of lot line revision submission, are not legally vacated, and therefore not owned by the applicant, cannot be added as part of the submission to legally vacated by the Borough of Lehighton. And I pointed out that we just approved, submit these to their recommendations. And I also included how to vacate a paper street in Pennsylvania. And, landowners on either side of the paper street have a right to half of the street that would have existed. However, to formalize these requires several steps. And there's paper streets throughout the county, boroughs and townships that have not been formally vacated. They have to be legally vacated by the court. Let's see. Our municipal bodies must formally abandon their claims to the paper street. And the borough has to have a meeting, which many counties require. Planning commission approval. After the meeting, a resolution is passed, and that resolution gives the landowners the right to approach the court of common pleas in the county that they are in for a quiet title. And the quiet title allows the landowner involved to get an order from the court allowing them to include their half of the property of paper street in the deed. And in some cases, like this unapproved alley, Joe Ben will get the whole thing because he owns property on this side. And whether by agreement or otherwise, ultimately a court order has to be issued to ensure the landowner has clear title. I've sent that along my comments. We're just sending this down to the Heighton Borough for review.
We'll need a motion on that. Okay.
Talking to somebody that's going on with the trial. Recommendation to send it for review. Did you do it already?
What's
What's that? You didn't read the recommendation that we just sent it down.
Oh, we do need a recommendation.
Yeah.
Okay, can we get a recommendation to forward the plans to Lehighton?
I'll make that a recommendation. I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, ayes have it.
Okay, next one is the Penn Falls Township Great Pocono Enterprises LLC. This is the Alpine Bakery up here. On this side, there's a building here, and down here, this whole lot is loaded with construction debris, dumpsters, you name it. It looks pretty on a map, looks like a vacant land, the county mapping, but it's not. It's located at 1787 Pennsylvania State Route 903, Penn Forest Township. D1 Highway Commercial, it's one. They're gonna combine, this lot and these two portions here. Let's see. It's a existing vacant possible commercial solid waste transfer facility. Here's a loading dock here. With construction dumps are here full of junk and all kind of tires. Construction, dump is located throughout the whole thing. On-site investigation. Excuse me. Noted several construction dumpsters at a loading platform on the parcel site. Construction debris was also loaded in Stony Creek floodplain area on property or adjoining property owner Ralph E. and Ann Clark. Moderate to severe flooding distance were also noted in the proposed land around the track. And Cumberland County Conservation District was noted, and they're going to be coming up soon. And one or two of the supervisors. Does not conform to minor plan requirements, section 21016 plans exempted from standard procedures. Minimum lot size required in C1 Highway District is 87,120 square feet, 2 acres, and this total combined parcel shown in plan is 1.294 acres. Does not conform to the minimum lot size requirement. And however, again, the proposed lot consolidation included an existing non-conformity. As stated in the topography on-site inspection review, the above on-site inspection noted several construction dumpsters, construction debris, and a loading platform in the parcel site. I pointed out again, construction debris was noted in Stony Creek floodplain area on property of adjoining property owner Ralph E. and Ann Clark. Solid waste transfer facilities were not a permitted use in C1 Highway Commercial District per table 306B1 uses allowed in each zoning district and did not conform to the requirements of Article 4, Section 402A46 of the previous Penn Forest zoning ordinance. Previous zoning variance approved by the site, including a restriction of the relief and date of approval by the Board of Penn Forest Township Supervisor when relief was granted, should be noted in the plan. Intended use of combined parcel 1 and 2. They're non-residential lots, so solid lot should be noted on the plan for Salvo, section 210-16. C27, if the intended use is to remain as a solid waste transfer facility, zoning variance is required for 240 attachment 1 and requirements of 240-42, parentheses 46 of the current Penn Forest Township zoning ordinance. Subdivision land review, the plan is submitted does not conform to the required drawing scale of 1 equals 50, 20, or 10 feet. As shown in the plan, the applicant is requesting a waiver by Penn Forest Township, although 331 requirement. The Carbon County Planning Commission has no issues with the approval of this waiver request. Again, plan should be revised to the correct section, the Penn Forest Township Salvo, with a new date of waiver approval shown in the plan. What they did at Penn Forest is they codified their zoning ordinance, and they never notified anybody. So everybody was going by the old ordinance, not knowing that there's a new ordinance out, which we had to review. Source of the title shown in the plan is incorrect. The certification of ownership and acknowledgement of plans not completed, signed, notarized. Statement of the intended use of all non-residential lots and parking should be noted in the plans. Again, signature block authorizing the Penn Forest Township and staffing consultants to enter upon and inspect the site for the purpose of conducting a review and determining consistency with the requirements. The Penn Forest Salvo not executed by the applicant. And significant natural features, trees greater than 8 inches caliber and unshown. Again, the applicant is requesting a waiver by the Penn Forest Township and per 333.31 requirement regarding the trimming of trees. And we would have no issue with the approval of this waiver request, and plan should be revised to the correct section. Penn Forest Township Salvo with the new date of the waiver approval shown the plan. Copies of existing highway occupancy permit for the existing access driveway to PA State Route should be provided. All requests or modifications shall be in writing and shall be accompanied and be a part of the application. Copy of existing deed should be provided. Lot consolidation note in the plan should be reviewed by the Penn Forest Township Solicitor regarding continued non-conforming use regarding the land development and or building purposes. And I would recommend we're just providing them the comments for their review.
All right, can we have a motion to send this back to Penn Forest for comments or review?
I make that one.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Hi, Harold. I'm gonna go out of order. Do you don't mind?
It's just it.
He's muted. On his comments in township. Side self-storage. Nine sheets in the printer. Basically, what they're gonna do is demolish that home on the corner of 10 Homestead Lane and construct 25,200 square foot self-storage building. There's no outside storage allowed. Have a comment, the board of supervisors, comments, has the, 23, we have all the regulations that apply to this section regarding fencing, access, no outside storage of tires, whatever. Anybody take it and read it? Zone light commercial, there's the proposed on-lot sewage system, and they're gonna keep the well for the on-lot water. It's an existing residential vacant land tract, slight to moderate slight sloping conditions throughout. On-site investigation revealed existing structures of the proposed lots. The plan is submitted, does not conform to minor preliminary requirements of Toll Lansing Township subdivision land development ordinances. And it does meet the zoning requirement. And the land development plan shall first be submitted as a preliminary plan. The plan is been submitted as a preliminary final. A waiver from the solid requirement will be necessary for the township to submit the plan as a preliminary final. Approval date and brief justification for the waiver should be included in the plan. Owner certification not signed, dated, notarized. Certification of accuracy not signed and dated. Any existing deed restrictions or covenants not provided, if none are existing and or provided, note that stated such should be provided in the plan. Wetland statements not provided in the plan, storage permit statement not provided in the plan. Copy of the existing deed not provided. There's going to need erosion and sedimentation control plan. Required to be prepared and submitted to the Toll Lansing Township along with the preliminary plan approval. In addition, the plan should be submitted to the Carbon County Conservation District and deemed adequate. A copy of the adequacy letter shall be provided to the Toll Lansing Township prior to preliminary plan approval. A letter from PPL not provided indicating they can provide service to the proposed land development. And as part of the preliminary plan submission requirements, National Pollutant Discharge Elimination Permit, which is called NPDES, and stormwater discharge associated with construction activities, is required for this project because the limit of earth disturbance proposed is greater than 1 acre. And a copy of the NPDES permit approval from DEP is required to be provided to Toll Lansing Township when it's obtained. Storage facility planning module may be required for the online storage system for the proposed land development. And the applicant should submit a storage facility planning module application mailer to the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection to determine if storage planning is necessary for the project. What type of planning module may be required, and the DEP approval letter when obtained shall be provided to Toll Lansing Township. They're gonna need a land development agreement will required to be executed between the developer and Toll Lansing Township. They're gonna have to provide financial security, including a construction cost estimate. And land development financial security comments shall conform to the requirements of section 805. And again, just gonna provide it to the township for the review.
Great.
Do you want to date that?
Yeah, I'll read it.
Bring it back.
Okay.
This is Jan.
All right, I have a motion to provide our comments to Franklin Township or Toll Lansing Township. With this.
Yeah.
Second it.
Second. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. I'll probably get one of these at the meeting by next.
Okay. I have one. And the last one is Weatherly Borough. Basically, we're getting a parcel of land. We get a
What's Dennis doing?
I don't know. Basically, they want us.
I'm here for attention.
It worked.
Tornado.
Everything's
5 acre parcel. It's owned by the Norfolk Southern Railroad Company, Weatherly Borough. And basically, all the Borough of Weatherly wants to do is take 0.42 acres out for a multi-use gravel walking trail to connect the Dixon Trail down from the Borough Building down to the trail that goes all the way down to the Lehigh. And they're making them, instead of donating, they're making them buy it. An existing brush and wood covered land tract, existing dirt walking path traversing the entire tax parcel. No visible barriers toward development, the gravel trail, the plan approval. Performs the minor final plan requirements, the Weatherboro subdivision land development ordinances, and the zoning ordinance is not applicable for this. And again, the applicant submitted the plan as a preliminary final, section 601 requires that only a final plan is required to be submitted. And based upon the definition of a minor subdivision, this plan is submitted conforms to the definition. And therefore, the plan is reviewed for Article 6, minor subdivision land development requirements. So you have to have an owner's certification, the plan not dated, signed, dated by the record owner and bear a notary seal. And the plan's accuracy of the survey are not signed. And I would recommend final approval.
I make that motion.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
And the last thing I have is the Lehigh Water Authority, the water treatment plant, that's NPDES permit, PA 0063860. It's a renewal application. And all we had to do is let them know that we do have a county comprehensive plan, and it is consistent with that plan. Which is Long Run Reservoir located along the Long Run Road. Okay.
All right, any old or new business? Correspondence? Anything from the visitors? No. Motion for adjournment?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.